Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Roy Kennedy.
And I'm Wendy Yee.
And today we're here to agree to disagree. Which is,
I don't agree.
This is literally, agree to disagree is the line that people use when they don't want to argue anymore. Right? They'll be like, we're arguing, and I'm like, you know what, let's just agree to disagree.
But does that work? I'm pretty sure that doesn't work.
It doesn't.
I'm pretty sure the argument still continues.
It's kind of like a pretentious way just to shut.
I'm going to disagree to
shut
disagree.
down the audience. Like, we disagree.
I think it works sometimes. Mostly, we remember differently. I feel like that's better than we agree to disagree.
We remember differently.
Yeah.
One of us is wrong, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, in this game, you want to find people that you disagree with, and so let me show you how to play it, and we'll be right back. In this game, everyone's going to get one of these devices that are, for some reason, orange or blue. Agreeing to disagree, you're going to turn over a category card from each of these, and the mod's going to pick one of these category cards. So I'll pick a chain restaurant, maybe. And then you could say anything. You could say Taco Bell. Or I could say Taco Bell is better than McDonald's. Or I could say Taco Bell is not nearly as bad as the jokes people say. I'm saying some opinionated statement. And they have a thing here to help you to pick the kind of statement that you should pick. But you're trying to pick a statement that half the people are going to agree with and half will disagree with. Everyone's going to decide. You have a little device here. I agree. I love your idea. I hate your idea. I disagree. And you pick one of the sides and point in the middle. Then one person's the active player. That person's going to pick somebody else that they think that they disagree with. You'll slide your devices together. And nope, we both agree with each other. In this case, we both hate it. But if they did not agree with me, these fit together perfectly. And so if you're the person who picked the other person, you're going to get 2 points, and the mod is going to get a point. Then you're out of the round. Then that person is going to pick somebody else. And you'll keep doing this till we're down to 2 people. Then those 2 people think that they have to use these tokens to say whether they will agree or disagree, and then connect their 2 devices. Let's see, do they agree or disagree? They disagree. And the mod's going to get points for this, and the player's going to get points, and you'll just go around the table, each person being a mod as you turn over these different cards and pick something. You'll pick some sort of topic, and that is the game. One thing I might mention, you might wonder, those cards have 1 and 2s on them. That's because you hand the cards out as points, just to keep track of points.
Yep.
So this game is a very open-ended game when it comes to topics. Yeah. You know what? So the topic here is, let me find a card for you. Drama movie. You know, you have to think. And the game says you can ask other people for things. I might be like, The Notebook is the best romantic movie ever made. You know, whatever it might be. But you have to be careful because whatever you say, you don't even have to agree with it.
Right.
You need people to be split down the middle.
Yes.
Right. You want to be kind of in between.
And I like that part. Art. You could think of something that would split people down the middle. Just be like, AI art is good.
I don't know if that's down the middle.
How about AI art is
fun.
Is useful or something, you know, you could say something that would try to split people down the middle.
More.
AI art is creepy. No, that would be all one side.
So the game unfortunately has, though, it can be gamed.
And
you noticed that almost right away.
That is one of the things that really messes me up too with this game is like if in the rules it said you need to put your opinion as what your actual opinion would be instead of trying to game it, because I feel like the game could be kind of broken because if one person's just like, well, I'm going to do like juxtaposed to what my character would be or the opposite of what I would actually normally pick, then everybody that tries to match it with you, which I do think the little things you put together are really cool, but if everybody who tries to match it with you is like, wait, that's what you said? I mean, the only thing you can go off is the personality of the other people, and it feels like, oh man, this could be kind of messed up and gamed a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a house clarification that I would do. It'd be like, this has to be your real opinion.
Please give your real opinion.
But even then, you don't have to.
Right.
You can be like, that is what I think. And even if you go watch our live play of this, there was a point where I was like, Tom definitely thinks this, and I was thinking at it from a different angle.
Right.
But you can look at them and like Tom deliberately was being obtuse there. I wasn't, but I get it, right? And it kind of takes away from the game. So you could say it's a player problem, but also if you have a weird thinker and you're like, I'm not sure what, if I said grapes and you're like, well, they're good. Until someone chokes on one, then they're not good. Right. Well, again.
Sure, you can loop it around in your brain.
the other concept is I'm not sure. I thought the ending can be kind of meh if you are the third last player in the round. So you know what I'm talking about?
Second.
If you're the third
Yeah.
last player and you're like, well, I know I match up with the 2 remaining people.
Right.
I have no choices, really.
I pick them. If you're the second last, then you match with that person, and then you can say, oh, well, we definitely agree.
Right.
But if you don't, and that happened more often than not.
You know, it'd be interesting if you picked someone and everybody did the token reveal. You know what I mean? Like if you always had that choice of like,
Right.
It might be a
Do
2
we
to 3
think we
player game.
agree
I
or
don't
we don't
remember.
agree?
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be more interesting, I think.
I mean, I do like the little device that you kind of do to gather the fact
They're
that it's kind
great.
of secretive
The little
and like it's like,
mini pitch
oh,
pipes.
it is kind of cool to be like, okay, I have to hold it this way, I have to keep it held this way, and like, okay, do we connect? Oh, do we not connect? I mean, that part's cute, but after you've seen a couple people go and you're like, well, my options are not going to be that great or whatever, or oh my goodness, I don't know how this is going to align, you know?
Did you ever forget what you had put it down? Because sometimes I'm very middle of the road opinion on something, and I'm like, it could go either way. So I pick one side, and I'm like, wait, I convinced myself that both were true or both potentially
I guess you could
false.
look at your
And
thing.
so like I had those moments where I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember this answer.
I also don't. I think I love those devices, like you said. I don't understand why they necessarily had to pick shades of orange and blue.
Yeah.
I guess they were trying to be like,
Complementary colors.
Yeah, they are, but for the player colors,
Oh
You'd
yeah.
want to
it doesn't
distinguish the
matter
players
that
better.
much. But why not just go through the gambit of colors?
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
They're hard to tell.
This was a tricky one because I'm saying things about it like that. I do like the basic concept of it a lot. I like the idea of trying to sit there and go. I think being the moderator is fun. You're trying to pick that thing that you know will divide people down the middle if possible, which could be very, could break up the whole party, I suppose. But you're usually talking about stuff that is not important.
Right.
Like Spider-Man could beat up Superman. People are like, no.
I feel like this is the exact this is the party game that's somebody's like, how can I make this the opposite of herd mentality? And this is what they came up with, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, what's a game where we can make everybody pick different things?
That's what I appreciate about this is that it has that personal creativity behind it, because I get very tired of party games. I get very tired of them very quickly when I feel like, okay, all the cards are kind of the same or they have the same vibe. Whereas this, in fact, they give you a card of options that it's like, say something like it's a real strong fact, or say something, I don't remember what it says on the back, but yeah, like there's like different ideas of how you can say your true or false question or like statement. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's not like, oh, we got the card again that says fish are fun, not food,
Fish are fun, not food. All right, Roy, what would you give it?
I don't know. This is not one that I feel like I'm really going to go back to. I'm probably going to give it, I don't think it's like the worst game ever, but I'm probably still going to give it like a 4.5. I don't know.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's not something I'm really going to like get off the shelf or really try to play. I think there's just better party games out there, but you guys can agree or disagree with me, whatever you want to do.
Well, we remember it differently.
Well, I'm going to give it a way higher score than Roy. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Because I feel like this is a game to pull out with my non-gamer friends, but like what Roy said, I feel like there's so many other party games
So
out
many
there,
good
and this
party
one's just
games.
fine. But I feel like because it has that creative element, it's slightly better than just fine. So I'm like 6.5, but I'm still not gonna like choose this over most of the other games that are already in the library.
Right, that's my point.
I agree on everything you said, but I'm still going to give it a 7. I
Okay.
enjoy it. I like it.
okay.
Again, yes, there are 100, maybe not 100, but there's at least 50 party games I'd play over this, but I'm giving them 8s and 9s and 10s. I love party games.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the concept of this one a lot, and I think it works well. It is fragile, for sure. People can break it and bust it, and some people won't work well. But you can get some really fun discussions, heated discussions over, hopefully, things that aren't that big of a deal.
Right.
Like, oh, I can't believe you think that, I don't know. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to get people mad at me here.
You
but
don't want to be political or anything crazy like that.
no, but I mean, saying things like, the Justice League could beat the Avengers.
Right.
That's
yeah.
something that people might sit and argue about
Yeah,
and not
that's
be a big
divisive.
deal. Or
And
baseball is
those things are
objectively a
fun.
better sport than football. And then you're like, oh, what? And there's that sort of thing. And I hope that we can all laugh about it at the end. Also, it does go up to 8 players, which I think is positive,
good.
and it's short. And those devices are cool. I wouldn't mind seeing them utilized in a different game. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
So that's Agree to Disagree. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Roy Canning.
And I'm Wendy Yee.
See you next time. Or not.